Here's OBS, and
Yo,
here's
where my obs at?
Where my obs at?
They're watching you with their eyeballs.
With their eyeballs.
Welcome, chat. Where we didn't crash last week, and we just had a short stream. We didn't crash. It's fine. We're good, and it was just a short stream. We were tired, not crashing, and didn't save like a Dumbo.
Oh no, I didn't know the didn't save aspect. Good thing it didn't happen.
Good thing it didn't happen.
Good thing that was good thing that didn't happen.
Fictitious.
And
but that hypothetically would have been very bad indeed.
Yeah, that would have hypothetically stank.
Stream it to us though.
I will stream it to you, to my friends. In this call and not just in this stream. Let's crank this down. You do not get 1080p at least.
That's
you just get
wrong caller.
You get 740.
For
Stream
me.
gets the full quality experience.
740 is a pretty decent number of Ps. That's like 20 more than you usually get.
It's also like not upscaled at all, so it's like it should pretty much just be what it was on the GameCube.
Yeah, usually there's only 3 of them in a pod.
Ah, you're right. You're right, Oz. Tee-hee. Speaking of tee-hee, here's James. Hi, James. We're already live.
It's me, the tiny he.
It's the T and the he.
The T, he, him.
What's the T, he?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, ye.
Yee, ain't that the rapper who's got crazy political views?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no, here we go.
Yeah, no, that one. Oh, God.
Tell me my fortune.
How is everybody doing tonight?
Are you also asking all of the spiders that are within 20 feet of you?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
You can't forget to ask them.
Why would I exclude the 20 spiders around me?
That would be rude.
I like open up Twitter with like 20 notifications. They are all from the spiders I have been actively annoying. You know, I'd like to talk today about the parasocial relationship between me and the spiders.
Between man and spider.
Look, there's been a lot of tall tale.
Hang on! I gotta read out this comment from Nubby in our chat. At this con I'm at, a signed-up cosplayer won the competition, and the announcer just keeps calling them Duck. Yeah, that's funny.
That's perfect.
Walk.
There's been a lot of tall tales being spun about me by some very tiny individuals, and I will not stand for it.
Well, not
House of Lies,
obviously.
more like House of Flies.
No,
Am I right?
Lord of the Flies.
Oh God.
House of Lies, ain't that the new Game of Thrones?
I'm more of a cake kind of guy,
House of
honestly.
Lies, isn't that new Souls-like?
Oh,
House of
That's
House of
that's Life of Pi.
I would love if it was called
Lies of-
House of P.
Yeah, wouldn't
Fly.
you, hungry little potty?
Yeah.
Oz, we've never revealed that name.
Well, no. I mean, that's more the purview of thirsty little potty.
That's more of a thirsty little flower, and a thirsty
Don't
little
yeah,
flower
yeah.
is the
Man from
equivalent of a
dreaming.
hungry little potty.
Have you ever been so thirsty that you've been like hungry?
Yes, absolutely. Being poor sucks.
Yeah, being a
Oh,
horse
but
does
Hey,
suck.
chat.
How we doing, chat? Are any of you spiders? You're legally allowed to
You have to tell me.
You
yeah,
are
you
allowed
have
to
to.
have a
You have
spider.
to do
We
that.
will accept a spider sona as well. A spid
Are
sona.
you or
if
are
will.
you not? Are you not a spider? See, everybody's been like talking about lizard people.
Everyone asks, "Are you a spider?" No one asks, "How is the spider?"
Well, apparently they have been ignored. They have been ignored, and I have been neglecting my duties as a
Spider host.
as an influencer,
as a
Even-
host of many spider eggs.
albeit a tangential one. God.
What?
Isn't that what Spiders Man is? He's a host of many spiders.
I suppose. Indeed.
I would assume.
I have had a very good and productive week.
That's nice.
Yeah?
Ooh.
Yeah, started working out again on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and
jacked?
Friday.
Are you feeling
No,
vascular?
I've just been doing like my weightlifting again. Like nothing too major. Don't wanna
Too crazy, bro. Don't want to get
nothing too crazy. Yeah, too swole.
I want to be able to, put my arms down.
Yeah, I want to be able to hug my homies, so I got to make sure I can close my arms. Tuesday, the post New Year's funk wore off, so I was able to get some shit hung up all around my house. I have a Majima Everywhere cartoon, like chibi-esque poster that a friend of mine surprised me with for Christmas. And that needed to be hung up. On Wednesday, I picked up Duolingo.
Oh no! Put it down.
Put it down.
No. Why
You're doing AI stuff. Put it down.
Oh no! What?
Yep, it's a new
What?
thing.
No! God damn it!
I just got here. What happened?
Duolingo's
I'm
doing that
like
shit.
week.
Oh yeah, that's
I
old
was
news.
the same. Yeah, I was doing it for like the first 2 weeks of the year, and then I heard about it. I was like, fuck!
God fucking
So-
damn it! How am I supposed to learn French now?
I think Babbel. I'm not sure if Babbel's free, and I don't know if Babbel does AI as well. I would hope they don't. But
I mean, I don't know how to break
Babbel.
this. I don't know how to break this to you, but I read the Bible. I know how that works. Okay.
I know how
the
this one
writing on
ends.
the wall.
Hey, I've seen this
You're
one
So
before.
funny.
You know, you ever think about what
Tee.
happened? You ever think about what happened to that tower after everybody just kind of fucked off and left?
Yeah, it went to space, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
well,
started
it's-
doing AI shit, and it was weird.
That's the site of the first God,
Moon landing.
Cabela's Dangerous Hunt fucking pyramid.
Personally,
Bass
I
Pro
believe,
Shop.
I believe that the Tower
Oh.
of Babel went on to become the Leaning Tower of Pisa, because honestly, which is
Oh.
more believable, that those two towers are the same, or that there's two completely different towers built by different people but are both towers and they call them different things?
I mean,
You got me thinking now.
I got
Isn't it easy? Isn't it more probable to believe in the existence of one tower than two?
Well, no, that's what the Lord of the Rings is about, Aaron. The two towers, and those are the two.
I thought it was the twin.
Sauron takes off its helmet.
No, the twin towers are 9/11.
I don't know you American stuff.
We haven't brought up 9/11 on this stream since Aram saw the future in the past.
Oh right.
Huh?
You don't remember that bit where it was like he was keeping track of something in the bottom, like a counter in the bottom?
You're playing Spyro.
Oh yeah, the Spyro.
He'd be like, that's the year of the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand, and whoa, that's 9/11.
Yeah, well. Oh no, the Twin Towers. We just invaded Iraq. Yeah, I remember. That was a good stream. I was on forum.
A bit so good. You gave all of us temporary insanity because it's like, what the fuck is he? What
I think
are you
Yeah,
okay?
no,
What's going on here?
I had a great time doing that and not explaining myself for a long time.
That man can see.
I think that's also the
I knew
stream
what you were up to.
that we became obsessed with. Here comes the kick.
Oh,
Yeah. Inception Spyro.
What'd you get? Will?
I went to Culver's and just got some chicken.
How
Was
is
I-
Culver's chicken? Like, does it rank by against dedicated chicken places like Popeyes or Cane's?
I think like if you go to Cane's, it's gonna be
Well.
better. But if you're just feeling for like pretty good chicken that doesn't have like the same level of like nasty friedness as others, it's solid. I like it a lot.
Is it at least better than Church's chicken?
I've never had Church's, so I have no opinion.
Church's chicken is like you see it, and then you eat it. And then
That
you're
is
like,
usually how it goes
"Oh."
at restaurants.
You're like, oh, God, I hate-
James.
God, I hate myself. And then you like see it again, and you're like, I remember what happened the first time. I am wiser now. And then you're like, but fuck, the only other thing here is like finger sandwiches. I guess I'll have one chicken finger. Okay, maybe another one won't hurt me the next
And
day.
then you-
God damn it! They got me again.
Thankfully, it doesn't seem to get to that level. But I mean, fried food's fried food.
James, does Church's chicken make you violently shit your pants?
No, it's just like you eat it.
Feel funky?
Yeah, and you're like, oh, okay, this is pretty good actually. And then like an hour later, you're like, I have changed my mind.
That's when you get the chicken explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that also known as salmonella?
It's chicken that gives you like it's good, but it gives you like a debuff an hour later.
Oh,
and you're
I
like,
see.
fuck. All right. I visited my parents.
So it's like a Bug Fables item. It has to have a
Pretty
drawback.
much. Yeah. Like you get 15% up on attack damage, but afterwards it's like a minus 45 for the next 15 minutes.
Yes.
To the point where you're like, was this worth it? Was this worth
Probably
eating
not.
in the first place? Probably not, but it was either that or go hungry, so.
So I'm looking at the screen right now. I don't remember that mini game at all.
Oh, that was the we did that last
Yeah,
week
for
or
some
the
reason,
week before last.
I thought that would give me something else, but or it was at a different spot. So I did the howl thing, and then he showed up again and said, "Hey, bitch, you want to play again?"
You want to play a game, you little sticky boy?
Don't you fucking call me that.
Sticky, oh, I'm sorry, sticky little dude.
Sticky little potty.
No.
I'm sorry, that was rude of me. What are your
Stay
preferred
still. Stay
pronouns?
still, I'm coming to get you. Yeah, keep running. It makes it fun for me.
I'm a bird. I can fly. Why am I running?
James, you never told me you were a bird.
Okay, I gotta climb
Running out
this
of
fence.
stamina.
I gotta climb this fence.
He choked himself on his leash.
Okay, I made it.
Alucard or James?
Jeez.
Yes, Droshadow, you can Ocarina with the woo. It's an important bit of this
No, I
game.
didn't want to do that.
I'm looking for those words in the thesaurus with woo on that ocarina.
Awu, not uwu.
Oh, awu.
No,
I visited my parents this weekend. And y'all ever had like a song stuck in your head but you don't remember it? Like
Yeah.
you don't remember what the actual song is, so you like kind of like make fun of the lyrics.
I mean,
I
even
had
if
that
remember
happen-
the lyrics, I still make fun of the lyrics, so.
I had that happen to me. Not for like a song in my native tongue, but an Italian singer called Eros Ramazzotti
okay.
that my parents used to listen to. And he has a song called Dove si musica. And like the first line is like, Ti porto dove si musica. Saremo tutti di no. Yeah, like that. But I couldn't remember the lyrics. So instead, I, in true fashion, would be like, I porto si musica. Sai porto cosito. And my cats would like look at me like I'm crazy. So I started singing that to my mom, and she was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to remember that Italian singer you guys keep bringing up." And she's like, "Oh, it's Eros Ramazzotti." She told me the name, and then she looks at me and she's like, "You're fucking ridiculous, you know that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
I'm sad.
And my dad's like, "Hey, cool thing about that guy, he did a collab with Il Volo, and he pulled up a song called Così, which means like this in Italian." But my brain laughed at it because all I could think about was when I get into bed, cozy, cozy. Cozy in my little bed, resting my tired head.
Oh, we're making it a.
Maybe that's how the song goes.
Nah, it's about like two people
Jesus.
dancing or something. I don't know. I don't know
Way less
Italian.
About something way more boring.
I don't know Italian, and at this point, I can't learn it because Duolingo's using
Are you
AI.
texting somebody you got moblin? God dare you? You're very
No
rude.
phones at the table, Moblin.
So I'm on Twitter just to take a little peek while I eat some food, and I noticed that Xbox was trending, and I was like,
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
what's going on there? There is a rumor going around, and it seems like a lot of sources are confirming it. So again, this is rumor, but there seems to be a lot of validity. Here are all the games that Xbox plans to move to the PS5. Indiana Jones, Hi-Fi Rush, Doom Year Zero, Sea of Thieves, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Starfield, Halo Infinite.
What do you mean plans to move? Like plans to also have on PlayStation? Or
Yes.
plans to, okay, I thought you meant maybe by move you meant discontinue on Xbox and only have on PlayStation for some reason.
What it's sounding like is Microsoft gonna go the way of Sega? And just be a third party?
I mean, at this point, they spent how much billions of dollars to acquire Activision, only to like lay off the majority of the staff to save money. Like at this point, even the WoW, like they're like a good chunk of the WoW mods got let go. So I don't know who's going to be moderating WoW anymore.
What is going on in video game land?
What do you mean spending $19 billion to acquire another studio didn't immediately give us an ROI?
It's just
What do you mean?
it's so funny. And again, these are rumors, so you know, take that with a grain of salt. But like, a lot of sources are kind of backing this up a bit. So, and it, from what it sounds like, it'll also be like not the same time of launch. So like Indiana Jones will come out on Xbox and PC first, and then X amount of time later, it'll come over to the PlayStation. But damn, there is no reason to have an Xbox, even more so.
Hell yeah.
So funny.
Well, PS5's making more. Sony's making more of their games available for the PS5. You know, not Bloodborne. Never
Not
Bloodborne. Never Bloodborne.
Never
Put it on
Bloodborne.
PC,
The fuck are you?
please.
What the fuck are you? What are you crazy? Like, no, get out of here. Go home.
Not to sound like a businessman, they're leaving money on the table. It's ridiculous.
Maybe that's why they're leaving money on the table.
genuinely. Well, I mean, at this point, can they afford to?
Sony? Yes.
Sony? Oh yeah, they're fine.
I didn't know Sony was doing all that hot.
Oh, Sony's fine. They got sad dad simulators for days.
They're gonna be fine for the next 15 years.
You'd think that those games would be up my alley, but they never are.
I think those games would be up my ass.
I mean, that too.
Well,
You think
Here
those
we are.
games would be up my ass?
My ass.
So
Probably because
Yeah.
they're all made the same.
yeah, they.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, some of the sad dad simulators are good. Like I think both of the new God of Wars are excellent, but
Yeah.
they're very one and done games. Like there's no reason to play them again.
Well, like that over-the-shoulder, very down-to-earth, third-person perspective, walkie-talkie,
Yeah.
explory,
Explory Dory.
explory-dory. Oh, well, enjoy your demon soul.
yeah, we know about it.
I won't actually.
Yeah, Will didn't have a good time with Demon Souls.
Cool.
Very fair.
Oh,
World
boy.
tendency is
Yeah.
stupid.
That wasn't even my biggest complaint. That game. So like
And
all
you know,
Souls
the fact that
games.
you have to walk the entire level for every boss.
Yup.
Like saying
That
that's like
was
saying
my
I
beef.
didn't. It's like saying I didn't enjoy Red and Blue after playing like
Ruby.
Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a thing of like I'm glad this exists, and it's so frustrating because
Like saying, I didn't enjoy watching Red and Blue after watching Ruby.
Oh God.
Eh, sorry,
I
go
won't
on.
enjoy anything after this.
yeah, actually you enjoy a lot of things more. But you know, it's one of those things where the remake is really well done. Like the Demon Souls remake is incredible. However, it is a little too faithful, and I wish they had gone in and fixed some of the bullshit. Like, I'm sure a lot of people, actually probably all people would have been pissed if it was like, why they put bonfires in here? Why do they make it so it's easier? And I'm like, gang, just make it an option at the beginning. Either have it be like when you load it up, it's like Demon Souls difficulty, and like legitimately, you can call it baby bitch mode difficulty. That's fine. I will happily play baby bitch mode if it just means I'm not wasting time, because that's what it was. I was wasting time playing that game.
Are we gonna bring back the Wolfenstein New Order mode of like?
Oh yeah.
There is like the chosen undead at the beginning, and that's your normal difficulty. Your hell mode is like him cloaked in flames, but your baby bitch mode is him with like a little binky and a baby hat on.
Fine, do
with
it.
Like a teddy bear. Make fun of me at the beginning of the game. I'm still gonna play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, baby hat, you know. Baby hat.
Baby mode.
Oh no, that's a baby hat's a bald cap with like the one curly Q on it.
Oh, is it? Okay.
My man, you gotta aim higher. Oh, buddy, you gotta aim higher. There you go.
Bro.
You're dead.
Can we get much higher?
Oh, yeah,
Guys, you gotta aim higher. Jesus.
Cozy, cozy, cozy.
I'm glad this brings you so much joy.
Well, it brought me joy because I feel like this is the exact kind of joke we would come up with organically.
Yeah.
As opposed to your version, which is heavy on GMOs.
Yeah.
This is a long joke. Have you guys ever had GMO long grapes?
What?
Long grapes?
Yeah, hang on. Hang on. I love these guys. GMO. Long grape.
Long grape.
So, I had these guys, but in like green grapes. Hang on. I'm gonna put them in chat so everyone can see them.
Oh.
Yeah, Mearshroom knows about the long grape. These were the tastiest, most like snap, like just crunch, fresh, like juicy grapes I've ever fucking had.
Crunch fresh juicy grape sounds like a poorly translated like Japanese.
Attack?
It sounds like the
translation of a
new.
grape.
That's a name from a Death Note side novel.
Sounds like the new JoJo's part.
Crunch fresh juicy grape.
They're very drop grapes. I couldn't
Boneless
stop dropping-
banana.
Boneless banana, yeah.
Scrunkle his spine.
Sprunkle his bunkle.
Bah, 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 bah. So, what's our objective? What are we doing?
I think I need one. If I get one more Poe soul, I'll be at 20, and that should be enough to get me whatever he has.
Oh.
So I need to get off my horse for a moment to make it night.
Size. Oh.
I can't reach the light switch from horseback.
Damn it. Kind of terrifying to see the sun move that quickly.
Don't worry about it. He's just doing his job.
He's just hauling ass.
Fucking
got a
Zora Salazar shit.
Son be like, yeah, I got a half day today.
But it's still
It's a
fucking my
it's a-
quota to be the same.
But it's a
pretty
federal
bullshit.
holiday, you know. I don't
On
really
being
gotta
like
be
working
here.
hard or hardly working. Yuck.
Bro, I get time and a half.
I get horse and a half. Oh, okay.
Oh man, I love horse and a half.
Welcome back to A Horse and a Half.
2 and a horseman.
Or heroes in a horse half, turtle horse. He's a horse, he's a turtle.
Turtle and horse, the two classic genres of animal shaped like siege weapon.
The sun fell out of bed.
Yeah.
Ah!
Ooh, ah.
That's the song. That's what the girl sings. She goes,
Long grave.
Girls in mourning.
Oh, soul.
Oh,
20 so far.
You've collected postals, 20 of them.
I'm hoping I don't have to farm money for Malomart.
Unfortunate.
Speaking of, I should go spend this money at Malomart before I turn in this soul, so I don't get nothing in my
How
pocket.
is Malon singing through time and space?
She's very
Girl
talented.
stuff. That's girl secrets. We don't ask about them.
In time and space. Ain't that the game Jello just played?
Yeah. Hashtag girl shit.
Bitch shit, Will.
No, it's
girl poop and
okay.
bitch shit.
Right. Well, okay. So, context. In Koo's
No.
stream,
No.
in Koo's stream, they constantly said hashtag girl shit, and then it evolved into, we're not a girl who poops. We're a bitch who shits. Love Koo.
Here we go.
Yes, I know that. That's. Did you not give me anything?
Did you?
I can't move!
Ghost! He can't get
How can I give you anything if I can't move?
See, he's moving already.
Yay!
Yeah!
That treasure chest is good. Do I grow? Okay, so do I do
I
that?
don't like
That's
that
what all
his
capitalists look like to me.
I don't like that his teeth are like really sharp.
Those are his grills.
You were gonna say those are his grippers.
I mean, teeth don't make very good
Sir,
grippers because
sir,
you
you're
only grip
supposed to give
onto
me
them for a
stuff.
little bit.
I mean, have you ever like bitten into something to hold on to it?
Yeah, but like hands are better for long-term gripping, you know?
True.
And arms are best for longest-term gripping. Hold your homies.
Yar! Hold your homies!
Yarr!
You scurvy dogs!
Hi, Al. What's up, buddy?
Have you checked on your homeboys lately?
Remember to kiss your crew. Tongue for the first mate.
Tongue for the first mate, cheek for whoever be the scurvy dog in the crow's nest.
Jesus fuck. We gotta start a pirate crew, James.
We should.
What's your ship gonna be called?
That's gonna be, that's
It's called the Gallywag, duh.
Alright, well, now it's the Gallywag. My streamer lore develops every day.
I just chucked my cat under the bed
Why
like a sack of
why
potatoes.
is this not working?
What do we need to do? You need to
He
pose
says,
her,
go
right?
get me 20 pose. And I got him 20 pose. And he's telling
Did you-
me, fuck
And you
off.
went in and out.
Yeah.
Do you maybe need to turn into dog mode and then turn into people mode?
I can't turn into people mode because someone will see me, even though he is.
You have to get. Do you have to get 21 like in Wind Waker?
I hope not. Let's
Oh,
see.
like with the butterflies?
Yeah, with the butterfly necklace.
Oh, that's dumb.
I'm gonna show you.
That'd
That'd be
guys
pretty
something.
funny. That was kind of the first thing that I thought.
I have to show you guys something, but you have to keep it secret and keep it safe, okay?
Take
Oh,
this cat
very well.
place.
Hang on. I'm trying to flatten the image so I can share it.
Flat.
Don't wanna stand in that.
the image.
I'm gonna put it in the side chat.
And we have to keep this classified.
Yes, yes, you can comment, but no specifics. I have finished my
Ah.
secret story.
Yes, this I recall.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very cute.
I've finally decided who is this? Goodbye.
Oh no!
I don't know who it was.
It was
Never
Bear
know.
Shrew.
Ah.
Mearshrew,
Probably-
did you come in just to see this?
You can
Possible.
come back.
I mean, it may have also been a incorrect, an accidental join.
Yeah.
Mearshroom, if you can hear this, we miss you already.
You wanted to see the side chat thing, I see. I thought so. Maybe we'll be mysterious and discreet about it. It's secrets.
Secrets. Oh, right, this way.
God, those colors look bad on my main monitor. Fuck. Oh well.
God, this Poe looks bad on my resume.
Oh.
It's like having on your resume that you worked at Enron.
No.
Contemporary reference here in the year of our Lord 2024.
Yeah,
Only you young folks will know.
Man, Aram, that's the second most recent time I've heard Enron discussed, right next to the B movie.
These do happen.
Those were two things that existed. Enron on the one hand and the B movie on the other.
Because he's like in court trying to get honey from like humans, and he's like, "Oh, so I've heard you worked at
So keep giving
some other honey company and Hunron."
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
What a lame fucking joke.
It's Jerry. It's Jerry. What's it? Whatever his fucking name is. What do
Seinfeld?
you? Yeah. There we go.
What's the deal with Hunron?
What's the deal?
That doesn't even sound like
deal?
Honey Enron. That sounds like Enron, but it's staffed by the Huns. You know, of like
What's
let's
the
get down
deal?
to business.
What's the deal?
Yeah, let's get down to business time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're entrepreneurs.
Let's get down to business to defraud the state.
For some reason, I kept thinking that Enron was also the name of the elf from Lord of the Rings, but that's Elrond.
Yeah.
We have
The elf.
shareholders.
You stand in the halls of the elf lord Enron.
Yeah, he's also the guy who made Scientology, Enron Hubbard.
Yeah, Enron Hubbard.
Right.
Storied
God, that's
individual.
funny.
Mishram says one of my university friends' dads was responsible for overseeing the dissolution of Canada's branch of Enron as a third party.
That's awesome.
King shit.
So I don't know what Enron is.
Enron was a Texas-based energy company that in the early 2000s, I want to say around 2002, was the center of a massive financial scandal when it emerged that basically they'd been fraudulently doing fraudulent accounting on a massive scale for years. And the whole company collapsed because they didn't have the money they were supposed to have. And it's one of the semi-rare cases where something like that happened, and senior leadership of the company, like senior executives, actually saw the inside of a courtroom and in some cases went to jail.
Oh,
Kind of like that.
Hooray.
Kind of like that whole FTX collapse thing.
Yeah, people were likening that to Enron.
Well, the guy who oversaw the Enron case oversaw.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the same guy who handled the U.S., I believe, breaking down of the company and dispersing its assets, handled it for FTX as well. But it was really funny because he had a title that made it sound like he was employed by the company and not like someone doing arbitration afterward. And so it was really easy to read a headline and think it meant literally like the guy who did accounting for Enron got a new job doing the accounting at FTX.
You're like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I feel like we should have learned a lesson here.
How did we not know it was him? He's got like the Groucho Marx glasses.
Yeah, he's
and-
wearing a mustache.
Yeah.
No, guys, I learned so much. I wouldn't make the same mistake twice.
Reminds me of like.
Wait, Tinkle's responsible for Enron?
I got to go.
Reminds me of that like robot chicken joke where it's like, okay, so like Lord Vader, we like to think that he. We want him to think that he can
Yeah, he
kill
thinks
us.
he has
Otherwise,
the power to choke us.
So let's bring in Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, notice. Oh, the eyes are rolling back, and he's dead. All right, we cart off the body and say hello to our new guy.
Yeah.
The same guy, but with
Same
the
guy with
glasses
mustache,
on.
Yeah.
Cuts to
No,
another
the
guy.
premise
who's
is
done,
really
like,
funny though, because it's like implying that like the force powers don't work, but everything else does. So it's like,
Yeah.
now we don't want to let him know that he can't actually choke us, or he'll kill us all with his lightsaber.
All right, it's Jerry's fourth time. Say hi, Jerry. And he's got like a helmet, glasses, a
Yeah.
little clown shoes.
Really, it's really like It makes sense that you bring up Robot Chicken because it's very much from the same cultural era as Enron.
Yeah.
Goop, goop.
It's so funny because like I know about this, that kind of stuff that happened while I was alive, and it lives in my brain, but that there's not really any reason for anyone like born much later. What?
When you were alive?
Yeah, when I was alive.
Okay.
But like I have that kind of knowledge, and I'm not surprised when someone is like, what is Enron? I haven't heard about this. But like it makes me think about the shit that like people didn't have to be much older than me to know about that I never really heard about. Like if someone talks about anything that happened during the Reagan administration, like Iran Contra or something, and I'm like, that's just fucking like words at me. Like I didn't experience any of this, and it's weird to think about all the things I did experience that are exactly like that for other people.
Wait, what's up with the Iranian release of the hit game Contra?
Yeah.
What happened?
Was it
Aaron, we have
weird
established that you
translation
can.
error,
Aaron, we have established that you can see the past, present, and future.
This is true.
Reference being your bit.
Okay, where can I get money?
Ooga booga.
Uh-oh. I really hope I don't just need to farm money. That will be horrible.
What is the fastest way to get money in this game?
I don't know. Repeating mini games I've
Question.
already done?
What would you need money for?
Donating to Malomar, lots of things. Money actually has a use in this game, unlike most Zelda games. Oh, here, I've never been in here before, I think. Let's dig in this ring.
Dog dig.
Give money, please.
Take money from underground hole.
Doesn't look like there's much money here.
You never know. Look, $1. Look, $2.
$5.
Look, it's $5.
All right. How much money do we need?
Maybe if I can fish in here, and I can fish up.
There's a snowplow outside my house. It's going beep beep.
Let me see what
It's going beep, or is it going? It's going to beep.
It's both.
It's going deep.
Oh, I wish I was a beep.
You can be. You can be anything you want, my boy.
Oh man.
In 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, you can be whatever you want.
What about 3 shakes?
I know, just too.
No,
That's too much.
Too many.
Are you fucking insane?
Great Scott, laddie! You can't even let it get to the 3rd shake!
What happens if I let it get to the 3rd shake?
Oh, you ever seen the end of Evangelion?
No. Paul,
Oh,
you never let me
Lordy.
see it.
Oh, Lordy! Love you.
No, you gotta stop beeping. Car, you gotta stop beeping. It's enough beeping. Oh.
Why is fishing never working? Oh, there it goes. Okay. It's very strange having to use the right stick to fish.
Fish stick.
fish.
Maybe I can fish up a reek fish.
Oh, maybe.
Let's try that. I don't remember if I need any kind of bait for it, but we can try.
You can sell bugs for some decent dosh. I'm trying to think of other methods. Ding.
You said it was going beep, not ding.
Something went ding.
You need the special hook. I have a hook on my fishing rod. Does that count?
Is it special?
I don't know. I'm special.
You need special hook to catch reach fish.
I have a hook on my fishing rod. I don't know if it's the special hook.
I remember when you like go to save the Zora
I do have
Queen's
it.
kid.
Oh, we do have it. Okay.
Okay. I was
Okay, I think it
like,
might be a
I think she
different part.
gives
It might just be a different part.
what the fuck is that, Oz?
What? Oh, that's the secret.
I feel like you can put the words "be not afraid" underneath it.
Yeah, that's the point.
My sleep paralysis demon.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's us? Oh, you drew us to the Grouch?
You're not far off. That explains why he's afraid of it, actually.
Oh no.
No.
That was a laugh right too. Oh no. Also, gotta say, the name Eros Ramazzotti is a really fucking killer name for an Italian romance singer.
Yeah.
Or a soccer player.
I feel like you are you either live up to that name in every sense of the word, or you're embarrassed by
or
it.
you're nothing.
Or you're nothing.
It's Nerf or nothing.
It's nothing or Nerf.
It's Eros Ramazzotti or get the fuck out of my house.
It's Eros Ramazzotti or no thank you potty.
Oh.
Eros Ramazzotti
Eros
or Hungry Little
or
Potty.
Hungry Little Potty.
We try here.
All we do is try.
You can take the man out of the potty, but you can't take the potty out of the man.
Fish, please be caught.
Fish, please.
Okay, so fish.
God damn it.
Fuck.
There we go.
No, the ears!
Reek fish.
I accidentally forgot the ears. Yeah.
Bruv, that thing looked like a salmon.
Maybe because it's
Forget
a
the
fish.
Centinalia, and now you know the reek fish stink.
Incredible.
Can't remember what my GF smells like, but I can remember how this fish smells like.
Why aren't they one
Yeah.
and the same, Aram?
What?
Why is
did you
my
just call
girlfriend-
him Aram?
Yeah,
It was James.
Jerome.
That was me.
just
Jerome.
Jerome. You know, like the
Jeremy?
Oh no, our ship name.
I stopped paying attention to whatever was being said for 5 seconds, and I come back and you guys are creating concoctions.
Yeah, why
It's
can't
our
your
AO3
girlfriend be a fish, James?
It's our AO3 tag, Oz. Keep up.
I won't. I don't think I want to go and search that, actually.
Come on, doggy, go.
Oh, dog, go. It's doggy. Go,
Fucking
doggy. It's cold,
Crash
doggy.
Bandicoot ass music.
Yeah, this
Yeah, I was gonna say.
me in jungle. Wumple food.
Wumple Stiltskin.
Mumble stilts fruit.
No, I gotta. Hang on. I gotta. I'll say it a third time. New trailer. When the fuck did it show up in that stupid 9-minute long trailer? Pushing that fuck right off. I just want to see dumbass motherfucker. Yeah, okay.
Are we looking for fucking somebody Baker?
Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to find. Oh my god.
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker.
What about him?
Hang on.
He's the voice. He's the voice of the little stinky twink in
He's the voice of the
Death
hungry little
Stranding.
potty in Death Stranding.
I mean,
I see.
honestly, for all I know, he could be the hungry little potty.
I think that's just mean to hungry little potties everywhere.
I don't know. If I was a hungry little potty, I think I would like to live up to the aspirations of being.
You sit down on the hungry little potty and it can sense you're uncertain, and it's like, hey, you can hate or you can create.
No.
The hungry little potty is the equivalent of that thing they put their hand in on Dune. What awaits you here?
I'm going
Poop, poop,
crazy. I'm going crazy. Like,
Poop is the mind killer. I must not poop.
What is in the box? Poo poo pee pee.
Can you guys look at these two images and like either validate or invalidate me here? Because as soon as I saw his jonker ass, I was like, that's the fucking.
Yeah, it looks rough. I actually didn't realize it was the same character.
Yeah.
There's the hungry little Potter.
Hungry little
Mr. Potter. Mr. Potty.
He looks like that fucker from Once Upon a Time. And by the way, that guy's also the dude who plays Gabriel Belmont in Lords of Shadow.
No, that dude looks like he's gonna tell me like a limerick or something that I'll have to solve unless.
Yeah.
Oh, that may. Yeah, nope. A+ casting. No notes. Oh boy.
Dude. Is this snowplow having a fucking crisis? I gotta go check on.
No, snowplows only do that when they're scared, Oz.
You can only do that when they're stressed.
This is not cute.
Golden goo. Is that really all there is here? A golden chew.
Maybe. Mayhap.
Mayhap. Tis a shame. Tis a thing of beauty.
Tis a thing of beauty.
Tis a thing of booty.
No.
Tis a thing of boo boo pee.
It's a thing of poopy.
Say his name, you won't. The boo boo pee man. Charlie almost read that as Sheen. Charlie's scene. Remember at the end of the Death Stranding streams where Will was like, Death Stranding doesn't need a sequel, and he was right.
Really doesn't. Like, I'm definitely curious to see what they cook up because it looks like there's a lot of weird new shit going on. And like, as much as I drag Death Stranding, I was like intrigued by it from a story and just world perspective. I was like, this is neat.
Yeah, we had a great time because we had no fucking idea what was happening.
Yeah.
I will say from a gameplay standpoint, I do really appreciate that it tries to make a game built and based around something that isn't just shooty killy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that snowplow's having a rough time.
Aw. What happened to him?
I mean, he's just trying to, like, get up the hill while also, like, scraping what's on the road, and, like, it's not full-on snow that's on the road, it's mostly, like, sleet, because we're having, like, a sleet storm and, like, freezing rain. So it's trying to basically scrape the ice off of the road, and normally the snowplows aren't really designed for that, they're designed more for pushing the snow, so it's really, really scraping into the fucking, like, pavement. And then it's just like going back and forth, like the fucking 3.5 turn in Austin Powers.
Oh, no, buddy.
Very funny.
Snowplow's having a very rough time. He had to work late.
Let me up. Oh, never mind. Put myself up.
I don't know why I didn't consider that you'd be terrified of this thing, James, but I'm kind of very glad about it.
I'm glad one of us is glad.
Oh.
Someone has to
God.
be.
I needed someone to be scared of this, and I'm glad it's you.
Happy to help us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, okay.
Isn't it?
Aha!
There you
Behold,
Behold, a dog!
dog. He's really doing it.
I do not know what song this was.
Are they all ocarina songs, or?
I mean, or Majora songs. Don't know what this one is. No clue.
I mean, it's a bit of an artistic
Liberty.
artistic liberties with whatever the song's supposed to be, because it's not clicking for me.
Coco Trashbin says it might be the elegy of emptiness, but I still don't think that.
I don't really remember the Majora's songs. I probably couldn't sing most of the Ocarina ones from memory, even if I could, like, name them if I heard them in most cases.
Diggy, 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 diggy.
Diggy, diggy, shovel, shovel.
So is our main quest still to get money?
No, this is more than this is
On our way to the ice temple?
on our way to the ice temple, yeah. Or the
On
ice
the
house.
road to Viridian City, meet my
More like
friends
the-
along the way.
Or like a little ice hut, ice cottage.
The ice mansion.
Don't we need like the wrecking ball in order to
We
do any of
we
this?
normally get that in there.
Yeah.
Oh, goody tooty.
Well, if it's in there, but there's a very real chance it is
Traditionally,
not
that's
in
where
there.
we would get it.
So we're just. gonna
But
have
here,
go
we
figure
like
it
to
out.
march to our own drum.
We do what we want.
But here, we like to have a lot of...
We like to eschew tradition.
Shoot tradition.
Tradition?
Shoot.
Tradition! Shoot! Get off the couch!
What do you have in your mouth? Oh.
Uh-oh, that's
that's
women's
not
rights. You spit that out right now.
Stop it. You better let go of that suffrage or I'm gonna make you suffer.
Oh, good. Spookums.
I am funny.
You are funny, James.
Ganon would have such a better time if Link was reborn with no musical talent. He's just there like... Link is like an actual 10-year-old trying to get like the ocarina to work with the fucking directional pad, aka
He's got-
playing it on my streams and just getting Zelda's Lullaby wrong 4 times in a row.
He's got baby's first recorder book on his lap. What is it, Abby? Meow! Meow!
It's a shame there's like too many extended cast members in the Leviara area of Ebenward for us to like visit them all one last
Yeah.
time. It just wouldn't be practical, but it does mean we might not see Bubber again, and that is sad.
Abby, my love.
Who wants to voice Yeti? Aaron, you haven't voiced a character in a while. Your turn.
Uh-oh, hang on, I need to finish this ultimatum round. All right. he, ha, who. I almost opened Piff stream by mistake.
Oh, and just a human. I see humans not often. What human come to snows? You are on a spiritual journey? You look for true self? You look for a long time.
Whoa.
That was joke. Ye's joke too. You look for something else? Tell truth. Uh-oh, we can't show you the cutscene or the game will crash. You look familiar in such far away place. Oh. Why did I say so before? You made good climb. Are you lucky to meet me? I found shiny mirror piece. Same mirror you look for. You come to the house and see yourself. That was a pun, cause it's a mirror. I caught fish and make you a hot meal at least.
The Yeti designs are really good in this.
My house, far away. We slide there, huh? Do you like me? Come.
Hop?
Right.
Oh shit.
Park and go.
Shred it. He just explodes.
That's immediately.
Falls down the pit and dies.
This seems his snowmobile.
All right, well, I hope you appreciated my vocal tour de force.
I did.
You sure tried.
We're really bringing it out of COVID strong, Aram.
That was a joke.
Is this the normal music for this snowboarding minigame?
I think it is.
Oh.
If it's not, then like it fits. I haven't played this game legit, so I wouldn't actually know, but. Ah. Fuck! I didn't mean to do that. Shit.
Go get her, Salem.
Get her.
Kill your mother!
Claim your place on the throne.
Attack!
Ah! Dead.
Oh, you had a pet.
I like the BGM here.
You need to go to sleep and have bedtime. We watch movie
It's much
featuring
better
Talking
than
Bear.
the sledding minigame from Banjo-Kazooie.
We watch show with Talking Bear and have a TED time.
Should have a TED Talk.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Have a TED talk.
A TED Taco.
Apparently it is the ballad. The song was the Ballad of Gales. Would never have remembered that.
Oh, all right.
How is the Sir Card today?
Sir Card had a troublesome morning in which he woke up and was yelling for no reason. And then I had to leave the house to pick up things at errands. And he decided, while I was gone, to yell a whole lot and annoy Yam. And then,
So
once
yeah,
I
killed him and
returned-
he's dead now.
No, that is for later. And then, once I had returned home,
Oop.
the landlord had to come over to fix something wrong in the house. And so, I had to banish the sweet boy into my room with myself for supervision. To which he decided to yell more and yell and jump at the things on the back of my fucking door, like my coat hanger that I have hung up, and tried to like jump at all of it so that I would let him out. And I had to like keep going over to give him attention to distract him from the fact that he
I love
was
that
all out.
mid-story you dropped the bit.
Yeah.
I feel like we've lost the voice a bit. Do you have a practice line to get back into it?
My liege!
Oh,
Something of...
oh, Dulcine.
What is it that... What?
What doth yonder thy window breaketh?
Oh, my window breaketh.
My window.
Oh no, my window, it breaketh.
My window.
Oh
My window.
God, my window.
My window just got fucked.
I got.
Me yelling at the
Well,
kids who are playing baseball outside.
Window's fucked.
Are you kidding
It's so
me?
fucked.
No.
Carl has never had to do with the SSX tricky minds.
Oh, I have, James. You shut your
Have you?
whore mouth.
Whoa!
Oh, whoa, crap.
Strong SSX
thee.
tricky related memories.
Oh my god, I had no idea.
I finished everyone's trick book. Thank you.
Bro, okay, well, Jesus, I didn't know. I thought nobody remembered SSX Tricky. Oh my
How
god.
could I forget?
How? And no one can forget SSX Tricky, even if they didn't know
named
it. They
after-
know it.
He's named after, the game is named after my 13th favorite dinosaur, Tricky, from the hit game Star Fox
my-
Adventures.
My theory was say my 13th favorite child. I was like, there's a lot to unpack in that sense.
It's named after my 13th
Okay.
favorite dwarf, Tricky.
Let's
This post-
unpack all of this.
This is made by my 13th favorite child. This post made by Heihachi Mishima.
Now, we don't have time to unpack all of that.
What?
Lol.
Well,
Lol.
here. What's with this guy? He's got a nice place for a beast.
I don't know, I just did
Wow.
that thing that dogs do sometimes where they're
They
just
gotta
like,
breathe.
where they're just lying down and they let out that deep sigh and you're like, oh, you little freeloader, what's up, buddy?
I mean,
You
I'll do
okay?
that.
Yeah.
I do
cats
remember
don't do that,
SSX3
weirdly enough.
Mushroom and was sad that it was not what I wanted it to be.
It was
I
not
wanted it to be
tricky
a-
at all.
It was not.
I wanted it to be a snowboarding game, but
It was
instead I got
SSX
Mario Party.
straightforward.
It was let's make SSX gritty-ish. Or like realistic.
Right. Like
That's-
a complete whiff and misunderstanding of like what that game is supposed to be about.
I
Yeah.
don't play SSX Tricky for realism. I play it so that like you have the girl with the crop top in the snow.
I play it
This
so
isn't
I can
realistic,
get off my
she
snowboard, do
breathes.
the worm mid-air, and get back on my snowboard.
Yeah, you think I came here for realism, you fucking chump?
Do you know shit about fuck? I don't think so.
Mayhaps not.
Hello, Choose.
Ugh.
You okay,
That's a
Oz?
powerful yawn. Yeah.
That was the ghost escaping.
But I didn't want open
was.
world and tricky in a snowboarding game. I just wanted SSX tricky, but more.
Yeah.
You get to, in SSX Tricky 4, you get to explore the fantastic world of Colorado. Featuring such
Who was
fantastic
voice
things
Miss
as
Yeti?
snow.
Why can't I download the latest
Oh,
version?
Oz, you
Oh,
wanna-
go, Will. You got it.
I'm gonna be real. I'm a little burnt from doing that before.
Okay, Oz,
You
go.
cute little human. Husband told me you come. You want to look at mirror? My husband found it, but a pretty thing, But since I get mirror, I get sick, and then bad monsters appear. So many bad things happen since mirror. Mew, mew. So we lock bedroom on 3rd floor where it hangs up.
This sounds like a mouse trapped in a shoebox.
Oh,
I tell you where key is. By which I mean give it to you.
It's right here in my hand.
It makes head blurry, but it probably here in the room marked by this symbol. Kermit. But right now, can't even get up. Would you bring it to me, Start with door right here.
Why did female Yetis evolve to not have arms?
I think she's just
bundled
wearing
up
a
like a
sweater
little-
or some shit.
Yeah, she's bundled up like little babushka. You are my little babushka.
Yeah, I can't imagine she just doesn't have arms. That seems a bit odd as an evolutionary feature.
I am double
you never get
amputee.
to see it.
You. Wife, look bad.
Wife!
Not healthy since mirror. So I make soup for her.
What a man.
Fish from Zora Beach are most nutritious. You tired? You have some to give you energy.
He's got a shadow with a Colossus face.
I'm just really stuck on the delivery of wife. Just like,
Wife?
Wife. Oh, but I've lost the misses.
That's not what I meant to
Wife.
drink. Oh well.
Wife gone.
Wife sad.
Soup.
Think about wife.
Dead wife.
Simple soup.
Wife
Gone.
He's coming.
Oh, block puzzle time.
Yo!
Okay, don't touch that block, me.
Don't touch that block or so help me.
So help me, so help me. Put that block back where it came from.
Also help me. Fuck. Okay, I know what I gotta do. I gotta fuck.
ahead.
BH Behemoth. She is gradually evolving into a Russian nesting doll. Then she will divide into baby Yetis will be born.
They'll be free.
Just
Beep.
Minecraft picking up things sound. Uh-oh.
This music is going to drive me nuts.
Yeah.
this is just how it sounds when this is just how it sounds whenever you have anxiety.
Why do all the dungeons keep on getting like the shortest looped song?
Suffer. Arrows. Oh, the game is. Oh. The game did a little hiccup, so I'm panic saving.
I think that's wise.
There could be only one dog. key.
A woo.
Arf.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding. Boom, 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 boom.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Chest. I wonder if the pumpkin and the cheese are in another place, or they're locked to this dungeon.
You're doing the Zora Temple. You get a block of cheese. You are confused.
The hell is this?
Ooh, these things are kind of cool looking.
Oh, it's the Ice Titan from Hercules.
Yo. Oh yeah, he does look like them.
Oh.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah.
Let's go. Easy.
Gotta delete this background layer.
The cheese was in Wind Waker, and most of it was on one island.
My God.
Sorry, Mystic Tage, we already found the Malamart theme. And I'm sad it wasn't in a dungeon.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Hey, why don't you bring it back and tell that stupid... Oh, okay, never mind, it's too harsh. I'm not gonna be mean to the lady.
So you mean to me when I dare insult you not
Yes.
playing SSX Tricky?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fine.
I know you
See
can
how it
handle it, James. She's sick. I don't think she can.
Oh. You know what? Oh, I'm not sick, am I? I'm not cool. I'm not rad.
Show you sick.
I'm not a tubular little toddler. Tubular. You see how it is.
It's when you're
You're my little
tubular, but
tube
you're
champ,
also
James.
a turd.
Would you get scared by a mouse?
That was supposed to be me crying, but now it isn't.
Now it isn't. When I do a really bad line read in the booth, is that a joke? Yeah.
Sure. It is now.
Good joke. Why don't you try that one again? Yeah.
Wait, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, I do need to find a way to get her cheese or a pumpkin or whatever.
No!
This is a nightmare.
Here, sir.
Who the
Tell-
f-
sir.
what kind
I
of?
want one thing, and it's cheese or a pumpkin or whatever.
Okay, map. Are there any more chests I can get? Perhaps? We will try. But can we give her soup? Oh, maybe we can give her soup, but I think we need to upgrade soup. It may need to be fully powered soup to give her. Well, we can go talk to the whatever the dog song became up near Kakarika Village if we need to.
I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally closed out my stream.
No.
Drink it in front of her. Mmm, delicious.
Ooh, this is
Man,
good.
I feel so much better.
I'm glad all my illnesses I don't have are
If I were, I don't know, a terminally sicky little baby boo, this would heal me right up.
She just frowns at you, nothing else. Just,
Husband, he make fun of me. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
That's just sounded like a regular air horn.
Yeah.
It's the Wilhelm scream of air horns.
Indeed.
I'm so fucking tired, Greg.
You have a long day, long week, long hour.
Ooh.
Oz is God's sleepiest little soldier. Therefore,
sure
he
fucking
gives
am.
him his heftiest and hardiest nappy waps.
Chronic fatigue syndrome hit like nothing else. It hit like...
Hit like tea.
Oh man, you got that narcolepsy? Nah, I ain't no knock.
Got that
I've never
narcolepsy.
spoken to a cop before.
What does the air horn sound like?
You said the Aram horn?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what chat's asking.
Heart piece.
I was just chilling out there, huh?
Heart piece.
Alright.
Did that come through at all, or did Discord eat that?
Oh,
It
you
is.
didn't
Discord ate it.
entirely.
Okay, hang on. I need to temporarily turn off noise suppression. I'll give you the Aram horn, and then I'll turn it back on for your protection.
Okay.
The Aram horn.
Thanks, bud. Thanks.
It's pretty
Hey,
good.
I have a petition for a new soundbite for our server. When Bloodborne PC finally gets announced.
You still with us, Will?
Yeah. I'm just vibing.
I don't have the brain power to do this right now. Hang on. I gotta close
I mean, we've been going
This
like
is-
2.5. Oh, we only.
No!
How long have we been
No,
going?
we've only been going. I didn't mean the stream. I meant what I was working on.
Oh,
We've
okay.
only been going an hour and 17 minutes.
Oh, okay.
This is-
I
Oh,
miscounted
the,
my time then. I keep thinking we
little-
start an hour
little-
earlier than we do.
No. This is definitely the music that plays in my brain when I'm at like a grocery store and it's busier than I want.
When you lock eyes with Mrs. Johnson and she's also eyeing the last piece of fresh
Old
bread.
woman at the salami.
Yeah. Old woman standing in front of the salami I want to buy.
What you thinking about,
else
Crab?
Can we
What else can we
accomplish
do
right
until
now?
we get a pumpkin or cheese?
I don't want to have to look up the cheaty document, but I might have to.
I don't want to have to look at the cheese document.
Tells
wanna
us
have
about
to
all the
employ the
cheeses
cheese
that have become
strats.
illegal.
All right, I think I gotta.
I think you got
So
it.
I'd rather than farming money.
Yeah. Is it doubling up for anybody else?
No.
No.
Oh, it just sounds like that.
Yeah, that's just how the BGM do.
Damn, this sucks.
I don't remember which. This is the one. This is the correct one.
Me waiting for the bus, but it's a little late.
It's a little late. You're like, I gotta make it to work. Oh no.
Where is
I
he?
mean, I'll have like 7 minutes, like just that I still have 7 minutes, but like, huh?
He's usually here by now. It's weird, right?
Is the bus driver okay? I hope he's all right today. Is his stomach hurting?
Is he tummy hurty?
My God.
He'll be here.
He'll be here.
He promised.
Lake Hylia Shellblade Grotto. Where is the... I don't...
Oh, hello.
Shellblade Grotto.
Oh,
What is...
Hey, baby girl.
you sweet baby.
It's a baby.
Mrs. Abby Boo. Oh, Mrs. Colton.
Where the fuck
Mrs.
is the
Colton
Shellblade Grotto? In Lake Hylia.
Oh,
Did
love
say
you.
I'm a baby?
I thought you said I'm breaking.
I'm breaking.
Presumably the implied remainder being up with you.
Oh, well, that's
My
fine.
God. So be it.
Okay, maybe I gotta take a cuckoo and fly to it. Whatever
You might.
grotto I'm missing.
Oh.
Take me up.
Won't you take me to Funky
Uppy
Town?
town.
Won't you take me to Uppy Town?
Won't you take me to up?
Uppy town.
Up. Puppy Town.
Won't
Do
you take
not
me
take
to
me to Puppy Town. I want nothing to do with Puppy Town.
What's wrong with puppies?
I don't like dogs.
Wait, what? This is new
Yeah.
news to me. I assumed Aaron
don't
was the
like
only one who hated
dogs.
dogs.
No, I don't. So I don't hate them as much as Aaron.
I thought
Like, that's-
Jello hated dogs.
Oh, Jello does hate dogs.
Yes.
No.
There are several people who have correct opinions.
Several people who have lack of dog appreciation.
So like if you own a dog,
Cool.
right, and they're like, fine, I'm like, whatever, cool dog. Yeah, Cooper is a good dog. I was like, this is a good dog. And then we move on with our lives.
Cooper
But
Rude's
if
bird?
it barks
No,
once,
Cooper is Amy's parents' dog.
Ah.
yeah.
Oh,
But,
maybe it's
like-
over here.
There's so many times people get little dogs and they're yappy and awful, or people don't have their dogs on a leash, they go running off, and I'm like, this doesn't happen with a cat.
Well, that's
Wanna
not
know
the
why?
dog's problem. That's bad owners.
Yeah.
Still a dog is involved in the process. I still don't like dogs. Like,
Yeah, I acknowledge that most of my complaints about dogs are really more attributable to the owner than the dog, but it doesn't change the fact that the dog is the immediate source of my direct annoyance, so I'm gonna be annoyed with the dog too.
yeah.
That's just human nature, baby.
Like I understand that. I understand that's definitely a I was gonna call him a mentor, dog owner's fault. But the dog is the one that is barking. The dog is the one that is like getting up in my grill. It's like, I don't want this. This was not asked for.
I don't want none of this beef, puppo.
I understand you mean will, doggo, but cease. Oh boy, oh boy.
I need to use this, I believe.
Der hook shout.
Oh, maybe I can just slash them. Let me go! Let me go!
A bonka.
This is stupid.
This is bad. I think we gotta bail.
Oh, is it clam fight? I wasn't looking.
Clam
It's clam
fight.
fight.
They're drowning me.
He's fighting the clam gang.
I cannot take my boots off because they keep hitting me.
I mean, they're doing that too. What was the last time we saved?
Pretty recently. Not since anything
Okay.
important.
Oh yeah, I remember you specifically.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? Specifically saving.
We
Julie.
saved inside the snow temple.
Oh, right.
Okay. Maybe if I just blow them up.
Oh, yeah, that's an option.
Or I can keep them all asleep.
Sleep the clams. You're gonna be sleeping with the clams.
I think it worked.
I think one died.
I think 2 died.
Video games are hard.
They are. Chest spawns, I drown.
Chest spawns.
Chest spawns roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost pissing on your nose.
Oh!
Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
we can swim and breathe
Man,
now!
Oh,
gotta say, my top 5 least favorite
Oh.
places to be pissed on if I had to pick any.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
If I had to pick.
I'd rather. You know what? No. I'm not gonna do this.
All right.
I don't
above
understand,
this.
Oz. What are you not going to do? I mean, like, I don't.
I'll finish it so you guys don't think I'm a freak. I'd rather have somebody pee in my eye because, like, if I get in my nose, I might drown, you know? But if it's in my eye, then I just go rinse my eyes out.
All right.
Anyway, that's the end of it.
How,
There's a lot.
how much piss do you think is happening?
None, actually. The thought ended after that.
If your fear was drowning, it must have been a pretty substantial amount.
Listen! I am a 0.2-inch life form. It doesn't take a lot. No, like, I'm the kind of dumbass, I choke on my own spit. Like, it doesn't take a lot to go down the wrong tube for me to be like, oh, this is it. I'm dead. Like...
All right. All right.
Whatever you say, Oz.
I do say.
I do say, thank you.
And chat says
No,
next
no,
bit,
you
so
guys
we're gonna
have to
move
say
on. We're
thank
gonna
you.
drop this bit and move on.
But, yeah.
Well, this is very slow.
Yeah, it's swimming.
I miss
Yeah,
Zora
so we're-
swimming from.
Wow.
You can
I
swim
don't
like
remember.
Zora now. They're actually bad at it.
I don't remember this being so slow. Holy shit. So I assume we're going to the water temple, yeah? Because we've...
Yeah. I looked up where. So they have a where progression items are section and where everything is. So I'm just looking
Yeah.
at the next progression thing that I haven't gotten yet to help us out.
I think that's smart.
I do not know if there's anything in the Zora temple, but you know, we can check.
Might as well. I mean, we have the means to go there. I'm sure there'll be at least something.
Kind of like this color
If you
scheme for
spam
the.
A, it goes faster?
Huh. Well, the
Worth
more you
trying.
know. I like this this color scheme for the Zora tunic though.
Oh, I didn't even look at it.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't think I do. So it's like green with mauve plating?
It's like autumnal. It's like to me it looks.
I guess it kind of matches our usual getup. Like it's a similar level.
I
of,
think it's
like,
supposed to.
eh.
Yes. Oh, barnacle. Didn't go anywhere. Oh, there we go.
Yo-ho-ho.
Camera, please. Thank you.
Camilla.
Camera, please.
What in the hell is going on with this camera?
A lot.
Okay, let's try again. There we go. Thank you.
There.
I scratch your little forehead. And then I scratch your little cheek.
Okay, this is much faster if you mash A.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go.
Now we're hauling ass.
We don't.
Die,
Hey.
clam. Not so tough when there's not 4 of you swarming me.
Hey, look at that. Going
Electric
pretty
jellyfish,
good.
So I
Pretty
need
good.
to switch to this.
Oh yeah, he's got like salmon scales.
Fish.
Salmon.
Salmon.
I had a friend in high school who couldn't pronounce salmon correctly. They would put the L there.
Mm.
No matter how hard she tried. No.
What was that? What did you just drink?
Purple chew
Drink
jelly.
purple
It's
chew
random. It's a
jelly.
random effect, so I like it.
It's the church. It's the church's chicken of the chew jellies.
Is this also random?
No, red. Purple is specifically always random in the base game.
Mohammed.
We can use some red. Red chew.
I don't think I ever did that. I just assumed they were jelly.
Okay, I'll take water bombs. That could be useful. Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
You bought it at Malamar.
Oh,
I
yo,
didn't, but
okay.
okay.
you are smart.
Wonder what the color scheme on this one is.
Yeah, let's check it out. Oh, okay, that's just
Oh.
normal. But it looks cool. At least I think that's normal.
It seems normal-ish.
I don't like that the boots on this are a different color than the chest piece.
Yeah. There's not a lot of coordination on this one at all, to be honest.
Pardon me, Chew.
Nice to meet you.
Huh.
So polite! So polite!
Alright, it's this. Alright. That's the mechanic. Being fat! Fatty! What's the blue chew jelly do? Because there's no magic meter in this game that I can remember.
Electricity.
Oh, we're playing all hearts. Ooh.
Sorry, did you just ask what the magic armor does?
What the blue chew jelly does.
Oh,
Blue chew. Ba-do-do-do-do-do. Oh no, wait, I just remembered that. that's nice.
We always stick together.
Enter code BlueChew92 for $20 off your first month of Blue Chew.
Blue Chew, best of friends ever.
Chewing tobacco makes a huge comeback. Completely unexpected, in a turn of events nobody could have predicted. A product with known health effects, and just not a whole lot good going on about it. We truly are going back to the classics.
Do you think that anyone's ever tried to make Pika chewing tobacco and like Pokemon themed?
Mutton sued into oblivion.
Yeah. No,
Maybe.
Official Pokemon chewing tobacco.
Official, definitely not.
Pikachu. Pikachu. Come get you some.
It just reminds me of like this young boy didn't have a Nintendo 64 GameCube, so he made one out of cardboard boxes and paper. Nintendo was touched and immediately sent the small child a cease and desist.
That is how they do.
But it's true.
Hate Nintendo. So rude, just throw their shell back at them and kill them.
Oh.
It's really sad that they, of the big three, they are the only ones who are doing like
Big time
not
cease and
the
desist.
worst.
Fuck you.
Well, not like they are probably in the best state moving forward.
I mean, Sony seems to be in an okay state.
Sony's doing fine.
Yes.
Big key.
Big key.
Big key.
Me when I see a
forget what
monkey.
Is the item in this temple supposed to be the claw shot?
Yeah.
That sounds correct.
Oh, we can skip a lot of this temple then if we
Well, hey.
don't need the chests.
But what about the stuff that's in the chests that might have replaced it?
Have we been able to learn any of the sword skills from
Nope, those are randomized. You gotta find them.
Oh no.
They get replaced by random items instead.
So wait, when you do your wolf dream thing, does Uncle Grampy not show up?
He does not, because
Oh.
it gets replaced with a generic item.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, I haven't seen that cutscene yet.
Money.
$1.
$20.
What?
That's Master
$20.
Chief's number. 117.
God.
He's 117.
You are John
Get away
Sparkman.
from me, please.
These bonefish gonna eat you, but they got nowhere to put your meat.
These bones ain't made for fishing, but that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these fish will poo poo, pee 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 poo.
All right, you want? Let's just get a bit of thought put into the next one.
No, man, really?
Don't make me do stuff.
One
my
of these
brand.
days, these boots are gonna nibble on my shoe.
Thank
All
you.
right, all right.
Are you ready? Shoes, start nibbling.
Bum, bum.
Doop. At least the music here isn't horrendous.
The
Yeah.
music here is nothing. Random
Yeah.
boops and beeps.
I mean, I'm here for it.
I'd rather have this than the hellscape that
Then
all
shit
of
that
the other
makes you go
music has been.
insane. I'm glad we all noticed it.
Come on.
No.
All right.
Ding.
It's still useful.
Pizza rolls are done.
Be the change you want to see in the world. Listen, I already had a stream today.
I already had a stroke.
That's true, actually.
Ow.
Ow. There's my second
Oh,
stroke.
God.
And my third stroke.
My stroke.
And my backstroke.
My front stroke and my side stroke. Fancy diving.
Breast stroke.
Don't
And my
you
dad's
miss
stroke
it?
and my mom's stroke.
You can do.
I remember this temple being not stellar.
It's a water temple. It has to be bad.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say after that.
No.
It sucks because I like the idea of water temples, and they've always got a cool
What
vibe.
is the deal
but like,
with water
man.
temples and just kind of sucking in general? Like some of them I do like bits and pieces of them and ideas of them, but like mechanically they just can't.
Well,
right?
first and foremost, any movement in water is usually bad. Like it's just not good usually. So like that plays a very big portion of it. I mean, a lot of times they also lean into mechanics that are just bad. Like, for example, the Majora's Mask water temple is fucking dog shit. And then it doesn't help that the boss is a
Also
nightmare.
dog shit. Yeah.
I mean, like, Majora's Mask has a weird problem where, like, when you sit down and think about it, none of the temples are truly excellent, and none of those bosses are good, except maybe the second one, where it's like
It has something to do with
okay.
like how
Goat's fine.
water.
It's at least a fun
Like-
gimmick.
yeah.
I did not have fun with the water temple in Oka Arena. I mean Majora, because one, the color palette was very bland.
Yes.
You're kind of just in like a brown machine. Two, it revolved around moving and handling water levels.
Well, it's water pipes.
Well, yeah, but like anything like any puzzle where the flow is okay, I flipped the switch. Did I do it right? No. Okay, I gotta go back to the other
Right.
room and flip that switch again. Wait, did I
This is
Flip-
Stone
which
Temple
switch?
slander, by the way.
which
Wait, are
switch
you
did
saying
I
Snow
flip
Temple is
again?
good? Snow Temple is horrible.
We're talking about the I'm talking about the water
No,
temple.
I'm talking about Banthor 11 is trying to defending Snow Temple. I don't know. Snow
I mean,
Temple is
I like this one, Snow Temple.
well. I'm talking about Majora's
not the same.
Snowhead Temple.
Oh yeah, but
Barf. Horrible.
I think a lot of it is like, okay, our ideas for like water temples or water levels
fuck is
is
this?
Oh, not a fucking water flea! God, I hate these guys in real life. They make my
these
brain
are a
go, like,
wait, these are a thing.
Yeah, water fleas.
What kind of hellscape do you
It's
live
basically a
in?
water beetle? No, they're everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a water beetle, but it's like a specific kind. They have like little frilled appendages in the front that like, you know, they're tiny beetles. They have to swim in water, so they have to swim, like the water really fast. And like my brain looks at them moving and is like, ugh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a type of water beetle down here that's like pretty big and it's got like
Yeah.
these longer pincers in front.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. I like the spider motif in here, which is weird. Why is there so much spider motif in this game? Hang on, go back. Go back to the way you came before you unlock that door. There was another. There's like a. Yeah, look at the weird spider web in the corner. Turn to the. Little bit more. Look at the spider web.
I think it's
detail.
fins.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I
it's
see it as
fins.
both, but I'm still here like.
Oh, that's why water temples have no good flow.
Look at you.
Which is a shame because I think like water theme is a lot cooler.
You know what?
And
I'm
has
making
more-
a hot take here.
Has more
I
variety than something like fire.
Yes, that is true. I think Varuto was pretty well thought out.
Varuto. Which one's that?
The elephant.
It was okay. It's probably the best of the water temples. I still think it's
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah, like water temples are just like low tier in comparison all around, but I think Varuto was like the closest they got to just figuring it out. The water temple in Tears was like, it wasn't really a water temple, it was a jump temple.
Yeah, it was Jump Temple.
Cool.
It was a Jumple.
A jumple.
It was really funny. I remember seeing an interview where they were talking about Legend of Zelda and how everyone's like, yeah, you know what? Tears of the Kingdom was cool. You can go back to the old format now. And the creator's like, why would you ever want that? It's like, because this new format was cute and we're tired of it already.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it feels bad that I'm like, I don't really have a want to play Tears of the Kingdom more at all. Like, I got my enjoyment out of it, and I don't have that whole want of like, oh, I have to explore every inch and figure out all the secrets, because I'm like, we already know.
Right.
Well, it's also kind of like, it's got like the open world game curse of it, which is
Yes.
like,
Yep.
hey, do you want to replay this game? Okay, cool. Get ready to do everything on the map all over again.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
because that's the thing for me, because it's like, there's really no, like, wonder in finding out, like, what has changed and what is the same now, because,
Right.
like, you can kind of tell from the outside. Stormwind Arc
like-
was good. The
It's
Wind
like
Temple was good.
it's like replaying Elden
Yeah.
Ring.
Well, replaying
No.
Elden
Like,
Ring, you at least have
it's
like
cool.
build variety.
This is
Yeah,
true.
it's cool. You can do it, but it's like, fuck, I gotta find all of the shrines all over again.
You don't have to. So like,
Then I get
here's
it.
where the difference comes in. Is like, as Carl said, there is build difference. The other luxury is that if you're playing on PC, and I know this is not a fair comparison, but it's something to be thought of.
Oh yeah, the co-op mod helps out a lot.
Like the co-op mod, like Yam and I are playing it right now, and it fucking rules. It changes that game entirely. It is so fun to just kind of like bumble around, like, hey, let's go try this, and just like, you know, and not to mention, I went through Elden Ring pretty thoroughly. Like my first playthrough was like
160 hours.
It wasn't 160, it was like 120, but it was still like a long time to be in one game. And in this new co-op playthrough, Yam and I have found like 3 locations. It's like, I don't remember this shit at all. I don't think I ever found this. And it's like a totally new thing. And I don't think that like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom have the legs to do that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Here's the thing. With Breath of the Wild, I've got easily over 150 hours in that game. Probably 200 at this point. I have a lot of hours. I'm not the kind of person who does like completion, so I will admit I didn't go and do every single shrine. But the amount of exploring and just looking around, just putting time and effort into that game, I have had so much fun with it. And like the amount of times that I would just go back to it, even though like I knew generally what I was like in for, I was fine with it because I liked the exploring. But with Tears of the Kingdom, what James had mentioned, where it's like, oh, you start a new playthrough and you gotta go get that shrine again, you gotta get that, yada yada. That's not what I meant. I never started a new file in Tears of the Kingdom. I beat the base game and I did like, I don't know, like a little over, like I did a good amount of shrines, but like I didn't do every single fucking shrine I could find, yada yada. I barely put like a dent in my playtime of that game compared to Breath of the Wild. I have no want to go back and like just go as in depth with it, which is really a testament to like.
Am I stuck?
They just added frills to everything. Can't you stand on that platform as it's rising?
Maybe.
Yeah, you gotta wait for one of the tall ones and stand on it.
I gotta probably hop on here and then go.
Yeah, I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, missed the train.
Yeah. Or you can go. Can you go under it? No. Okay. Well.
Maybe.
Can't go under.
I think I would like.
What is this physics?
I think I'd like Tears more. If
Oh, never mind. You can't go under it.
Okay. If like the building system, for example,
I hate building
was
silly
better.
cars. It's stupid.
I like the idea, but I think it's really held back by the fact there's no like 2-dimensional space where you can just like
plan it out like Animal Crossing.
Yeah, or like even The Sims kind of. Because like it's a really good build system that when something isn't working or something's just a little bit off, you can feel it.
Suffer.
It feels like poo-poo. Yeah. You're like, this is a cool fucking thing I made. Why am I hanging right?
Right.
Oh, okay. My wheel is just a little bit off.
Yeah.
Now, a thing to say in like favor of Tears of the Kingdom specifically is the physics engine is wizardry and should absolutely be commended, especially because it works on a toaster.
Yep.
It's insane.
That game makes me excited for the next gen Switch. When people were like, this is just gonna have like the power of PS4, and people were like, that's stupid. I'm like, dude, look at how much they got out of the Switch though.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Like Nintendo, for whatever reason, loves to take 1 step forward and 2 steps back when it comes to either game design or like technology for their games and whatnot, because like the Switch is underpowered, and it's been underpowered for a really long time, and that's like, you know, so be it. But I'm really hoping that with the next one, if it's within reason, that they can like kind of bump it up a bit. Like, graphics are not a big deal, I understand that. My thing is that it's like loads pretty slow, and I think the Joy-Cons are kind of a bit shit.
More than a bit shit.
I don't think they needed half the shit they crammed into Joy-Cons, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I don't need the IR sensor. I don't.
Yeah. So hopefully with whatever Zelda they decide to do next, they kind of go back to a more original format. I don't mind if they do weird shit with it, because that's like kind of the point for each of these, is to give it like a thing that's the unique twist. But I think I'm very much over Legend of Zelda Nuts and Bolts. It's just like.
Oh, okay, so you were gonna make that comparison yourself. I was zoning in and out due to being distracted by something else, and eventually came to the correct conclusion that you were talking about Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
And there was a non-trivial portion of that where I zoned in as you said something about vehicles, and I was like, is Will talking about Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts?
I mean, it basically is what it is. It basically is that. It's.
I just want like the Legend of Zelda world to feel lived in again.
Yeah.
So that's the really interesting thing as you were saying it. It made me realize why Tears of the Kingdom doesn't really work. Because Breath of the Wild, the reason why it worked is because it was new, it was innovative, it was like all this fucking... It was this crazy twist on the Zelda formula that took like all of these things that you were familiar with and put like a completely different way of thinking of it.
Yeah.
On top of it. And that was great, and that it did exactly what it needed to. The reason why Tears of the Kingdom doesn't work was because they tried to paste this flavor over top of it. And so for me, I think like Zelda games are like, they have this base formula where you have your set amount of temples, your like elemental temples or whatever, and then you have your overarching storyline about the evil and why we have to fix it and why Zelda is like missing or endangered, yada yada yada. The thing is, each one of those has a like flavor or aesthetical like overarching aesthetic on top of it, and then vibe that kind of like nails everything down. It's like the whole design of the cake. It's the visuals of it. But the problem with Tears of the Kingdom is that it was too... It tried to slap that visual aesthetic like flavor onto the Breath of the Wild like cake base, and that's why it didn't work, because it just felt too big and empty and like
nothing had changed between
nothing had changed, and it basically felt like you put a coat of paint over top of the Breath of the Wild coat of paint just to like cover up your shitty paint job your landlord did.
Yeah.
And like that's why it doesn't work, is because it's not tight enough.
Well, another thing about it is they wanted it to be a sequel without it being a sequel.
Yeah. There's the
Which,
fucking whole DLC issue, which is like, God.
like, it's more of like they wanted it to still be set in the same world with the same characters and the same base premise as Breath of the Wild.
If you hadn't played Breath of the Wild.
Right, which I get, but also like that's not.
You can't have that cake and eat it too.
You can't. That's not. You're not making a sequel then.
Yeah.
Like, you're making a spiritual sequel, but you're not doing...
fucking Majora's Mask instead. Do that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
it's why, like, a lot of the plot threads that would really contribute to a sequel don't really get explored in Tears of the Kingdom, and why the world doesn't feel like it progresses at all from, like, where you left off in the last game. It's why a lot of your Ancients tech is gone, because that really wouldn't make any sense being in the new game.
Okay, but let's talk about how they crammed Tears of the Kingdom into 17 gigabytes. Impressive, yes, absolutely.
Oh,
impressive
yeah.
and commendable. But
I wish more companies would compress their games like that.
That too, but you have to consider the reason they could. One of the main reasons they could do that is because they already had Breath of the Wild to work off of. They could optimize everything they had as that base. Everything Breath of the Wild had, they knew their formula, they knew their systems, they knew whatever coding and game wizardry shit they had to do to take everything and condense it down and give themselves enough room to add on all their fancy little frills and whistles and bells.
Like the Underdark.
yeah.
That was the best part of the game.
Yeah, the depths
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
coolest part.
The depths were the
Far
best
and
part of
away.
the game.
Because that's where you actively had to engage with exploration. You really did feel like you were spelunking into a forgotten part of the world.
I as much as I like the thematic idea of it being a like literal parallel inverse of the surface, once you figure that out, it kind of ruins the
exploration.
It ruins the exploration and the magic of it because it gets rid of your sense of fear, basically. The best part of the depths is going into it going, I have no idea where I am, what's going on, this is all new and mysterious, but then once you realize, oh, I have nothing to be scared of because I know Breath of the Wild and Hyrule's Breath of the Wild's Hyrule like the back of my fucking hand, you're like, oh, this isn't scary anymore, this isn't cool, this is just like, oh, and that mountain is now up here, wow. But still, the fucking aesthetics and vibes of the depths and like whatever.
Little Big Zero, little Big Double O, thank you for the sub.
Oh, thank you.
And like to make sure people understand, like whenever I'm like knocking the Switch, it is not targeted at like I said earlier. Breath of the Wild and especially Tears of the Kingdom are technical marvels. It is insane how those games function at all.
Get this guy.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
Bum 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 bum.
This song is dedicated to my dad. Bum 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 bum.
Wow.
Bum bum.
Oh, you did a big jumpy. Oh my god, he's coming for you. He's fucking Wallmaster ass frog.
Is this a frogs?
I think it might be.
Ye old frogs? He spits out the old babies.
Oh, he's a frog.
Frog.
See, he's even got the French music playing.
You're right.
But yeah, I kind of want.
Biomes or enemy variety, just a big samey mess. Yeah, that's true. But it had the overarching like aesthetic of it was like really powerful. That's the problem with like kind of all the Zonai stuff is that it did that too. So it's like
It's cool, and then you're like, and what? And then what? And the game goes.
and they go, oh, we didn't figure that out, but we're not going to show you that.
Fuck. Yeah, like, shit. I mean, like, come on, what else you got? I don't fucking know. It's just technology and shit. I don't gotta explain fuck.
Yeah.
At least with like the Twilight, it's like shadow magic. This is like its own thing, and here's like what practicing that led to, and it led to them getting kicked out of like Hyrule, and oh no, here's how it affected their development. They completely changed, and now you have like a whole new culture. It's like it's not the Twilight, and I kind of wish it was, because the Zonai are just like they're Popo dragons. Why are there only two?
They're llamas.
They're llamas.
Wow.
50 seeds.
Don't spend it all in one place, Carl.
That's a lot of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts. That's a lot of fish.
Tell me if you see a Radio Shack.
Whatever they do next for Zelda, I really hope they kind of go back to this formula. However, I want them to do dungeons that are not the elements. I want it to be like, this is the temple of sound. This is the temple of gravity. This is the temple of like whatever. Like you're just doing way different shit, which results in really weird items.
Boy, I sure do remember the Spirit Temple being kind of a letdown in Ocarina. Was it the Spirit Temple, the Gerudo one?
Yeah, the Spirit Temple.
Where you had to like
Characters
go
in the depths and or civilizations towns would have been awesome. There's multiple levels as to why that's funny and wrong and sad. I don't know if it's just me being like a bastard or something. I didn't give a shit about any of the characters in like the above ground, like any of the fucking stages or anything. I was like, I still don't like these characters. I still don't really care about them. And the reason why there's nothing down there in the depths is because then they would have had to think more than 5 seconds about the Zonai War, and then they would have had to find all these different ways throughout the game to explain their little contrivances, and like, They would have had to put work into it, which is what they didn't want to do. They want to save that for the next game. I think maybe, I don't know. If we're fucking lucky, but you know
it's the woes of having an open world game. Since you can meet characters in any order, they kind of don't have to really matter.
Tired of it.
Yeah, I think open world is a really stupid gameplay format. I think it's, especially if you want like story.
There are some that work.
Yeah.
But you really do have to like put your whole butt into it. Like, I know Monster Hunter Wilds is going for it, and I'm interested in that because it's fucking Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter, that's how
it's Monster Hunter, and like that's a franchise that has pretty much hit it out of the park with every single thing they have ever attempted.
Right.
Like even water combat and Try like led to them going, okay, well, underwater combat didn't work. What if we like gave you new mobility options? So we'll take like the three-dimensional movement that we had with water combat and apply it to like jumps and hops and stuff like that. And hey, from there maybe we can add a mechanic like monster mounting, or hey, we'll create a whole weapon to take advantage of this, like the insect glaive. So if there's one like development team or IP that I have faith can like do something new and interesting with open world, it's the team that took water combat and made something out of it instead of it just being like a, well, this sucks and we can't really do anything about it.
Can't fix it. Oh well.
Yep. Yeah. Oh well. Nothing to be gained.
I quit.
Yeah, you really got to consider it, because even Pal World, which people are like, this is what I want in a Pokemon. I mean, I've played it a little bit, and I'm like, this is.
James, did you spend money on it?
Fine. No, a friend of mine bought it for me.
Oh, okay, good boy.
I'm like, this is not what I want out of Pokemon. There are some things that really work with it, but you don't really interact with your pals at all.
Aren't they just
Combat
like slaves
with your
basically?
pals.
And like,
yeah,
they are. They're like, some of them are better at mining lumber, and like they basically support. It's an Arc clone, not a Pokemon. Clone.
Which
and
is
it
a big
support
surprise.
everything. The pals really support the Arc gameplay rather than the Pokemon battling and bonding gameplay.
Yeah, but Pal World has proven something very interesting, though. Is that as long as it's Pokemon adjacent and it's like a functioning game, people will eat that shit up.
Yeah.
And like, I kind of can't blame them for that, because if you are a diehard Pokemon fan, you have been starving.
You have been given nothing other than the same game, with rare exception for 25 years.
I think Legends Arceus was a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one quite a bit, actually. Obviously, it had a lot of problems, as per every single Pokemon game.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think they started to do some really interesting things there that I would like to see them delve more into in the next games.
Right. Yeah, and here's hoping. Like, I mean, Pal World sold what, 8 million copies in a week? Like, cuckoo bananas numbers. And a lot of the reasons why is, one, people are hungry for Pokemon games, so they will buy it. They don't think twice, whatever.
Two, it was a dead week in January.
Dead week in January. 3, it's like $25
in early access still, but
yeah. But well, that's the thing. Is like, and that's the biggest thing that I think people are not really thinking of is, it's an early access game that works.
Ball right above it. Yeah.
Because a lot of times you get an early access game and it's a disaster. Like, it straight up doesn't work. It has no content. Meanwhile, this thing just appeared and it's like, oh, it works quite well. It has mechanics that seem to function pretty decently. There's a shitload of content. And it's just a weird ass just mess of like copyright and bullshit like that. So it creates fascination. People want to get involved because they don't want to miss out on it. Yeah.
I would label it as a very good, like, date night or podcast game, where it's like,
Yeah.
I want to do something with my significant other or just friends and chill and call, but I don't want it to be like super stressful,
Yeah,
or
pretty
I don't
casual.
want to have anything to focus on while we play. So let's just put this in the back room, background,
Yeah.
chill and talk.
Let's just put this in the
game.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Power World does also lead to some, obviously, multiple very concerning things. For example, very clearly AI is involved in the game in some facet, like maybe not directly in its development, but clearly like designs and things of the sort it was used. And no one gives a fuck. No
Well, it's
one
also,
gives even half a shit.
also the thing
So-
I'm like most concerned about, because like the AI thing is like, it can either be confirmed or denied, and unless you get like, unless we get like, here's concept art of, you know,
Right.
us making the characters and doodly doo, and just here's how we designed them, then yeah, they can plausibly deny that till the cows come home.
I feel
For
that people.
me-
Sorry, you can finish your thought.
Oh no, it's all good. For me, the thing that concerns me is that there is a very distinct lack of effort in terms of artistic unity. Like, nothing in that game feels like it
Yeah, 'cause it's
belongs
all just
in
copy
universe.
assets.
Yeah, which, I mean, if companies look at it and go,
Oh,
well, wait a
you can get
minute,
away with that.
we can get away with that. We can charge $70. And you mean we tell me we don't have to hire artists to check to make sure that there is a art consistency throughout our world? Fuck it. We'll cut corners.
I feel that people wrongly might be a strong word. I feel people fixate a lot on the issue of did they use AI and for
Right.
what, and how can it be proven or you know, how can it can be confirmed or disconfirmed? What effect to what extent AI was used to create assets for the game? I feel that is burying the lead a little, because really I don't think that matters as much as the instances where designs were obviously plagiarized.
Right. That is,
Like, it doesn't really matter that much whether it was done by an algorithm or a person. You know, the end result is the same in that I have seen people call out examples where I'm like, I
so
think
sure
you're
about that
going
one.
looking for that, but there are also examples like the fucking eyes and mouth from that cat Pokemon or whatever
Yeah,
that were
that's
just
from
copy
Berserker.
pasted. Like yeah. So like there were obviously cases where designs were like directly ripped off, and that's unacceptable regardless of whether it was
Right.
done by a person making that choice or by a bunch of Pokemon being fed into an AI art thing and things being spat out and then maybe redrawn. That doesn't concern me as much as that it was stolen.
Yeah, that's correct. That's the more important thing to be looking at, because there are plenty of designs you kind of take your head. Well, I mean, I dragged about it when I was on Vixen's stream. I was like, that chicken is just from Harvest Moon. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. That is the Harvest Moon chicken. You didn't even fucking try.
Yep.
And that's just one of the many critters in that game. So,
A bonk.
One of the many fritters on my plate.
yeah.
It be Blockhead. I really want to like AI, but it's just consistently used to be disingenuous or dishonest. Well, like any piece of tech, the problem isn't that like the tech itself, it's what it's being used for.
Right.
So like AI being used to say increase the success rate of like surgeries or something like that.
Right.
Great use for it. Or something that can be used to automate something that is very dangerous or time consuming for humans. The problem with AI is that it is being used to cut corners and to make people more money because they have ethically run out of ways to make money.
What really
Like,
flummoxes me with stuff like the AI art is that I feel like it could have been handled in a much more reasonable way if they hadn't gotten the business model like exactly backwards, which is making a singular tool, training it on a bunch of data that wasn't legally acquired, and then like marketing that tool to people. All you had to do was market to people the tool without the data set and say, hey, here's our machine learning algorithm or whatever that you can pump in all of the data that you already own and do something with. Like, and you could sell that to Nintendo, and if they were feeling particularly fucking lazy, then sure, they could put in all million skadillion Pokemon designs and start spawning recombinator ones until they got ideas that were like, oh, that actually looks cool, let's develop that. And like,
or even have it handle things like background art, which is
and that still has the uncomfortable downside of being a way for intellectual property owners to get away with using less human creativity and paying fewer humans for their creativity. So like that's still kind of icky, but then you wouldn't have introduced this whole like massive legal like
fucking
you wouldn't be contending with the, oh, so not only are you using this to cut out humans from your job process, you are doing it with stolen data that wasn't yours to use and recombine into new things and claim that you own them to begin with. You should have just used it on the shit that you already owned.
Well, there's also the issue with like, you would need to like legislate that, because companies never do anything ethical for like,
clearly the only reason that any of this is happening is because there's no pre-existing legal framework, and so you're relying on people to choose to be ethical, which they're not going to do.
Yeah, to be ethical with the software that you're handling.
But like it would still be, I would still find it of dubious ethics to use tools like that to remove humans from the creative process.
Yeah.
But like, unethical and like illegal are two different standards, and it's frustrating that you could have at least kept it like, oh, clearly this is legal because everything involved was stuff we already owned, and they couldn't even be bothered to do that. That I find really frustrating.
If we could just call them lazy, that would be one thing.
It'd be Blockhead also points out like the term AI is a buzzword and gives people the wrong idea.
Yes.
Yep.
AI is not AI, it is algorithmic learning, meaning it is black box programming, which
spinner.
Love this thing.
AI black box programming means we give this thing that we don't know how it works an input, and it gives us an output. How it gives us that output, we don't know. And any tech that you don't know how it works is not a tech that you should be relying on.
Yup.
Which, considering how frequent AI is used in other parts of our life, is not a good thing.
Fair enough. I'm gonna ask, what would you consider to be the most ethical use of AI?
I mean,
in specifically like a gaming sense, I would say something like use it to generate random levels like the Chalice dungeons in Bloodborne. Like, you make all the assets and like the art assets and such, and then just use it to make more game for people who want more random game.
Procedural generation of content has a long and storied history that predates the use of AI being machine learning trained even. But like, I think for me, it is ethical. Like, there's lots of ethical uses for it. Machine learning is an amazing paradigm that can produce some really interesting results and can be an actually quite good use of like, what can a human not easily do, because it just involves such an absurd amount of computation and trial and error that it's not practical to do by hand. And like, there's tons of cool shit you can do with that. The part where it becomes unethical for me is I find it, well, obviously I find it unethical if you are using tools that are being trained on any sort of data you don't own and didn't create, and then you are attempting to monetize the output of the tools for which the input was something someone else owned. Obviously, I find that unethical. But, like, I find it...
It's also the fact that the artists that you are taking taking data from are not being paid or compensated for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, both compensation and consent would be necessary to make it ethical. But, like, beyond what I consider obvious unethical behavior in taking shit you don't own and effectively monetizing it after running it through a tool to make it less obvious that that's what you're doing. Beyond that, I find it just philosophically troubling in general to use AI or procedural generation of really any form to replace human creativity, because it's really the whole point of having AI and machine learning is not to supplant the human element. It's supposed to be to automate the part that's just a shit ton of calculation that isn't interesting. And like there's plenty of machine learning that fundamentally does work that way, but using it to produce something like art is just, to me, philosophically misguided at the most fundamental level, because the whole purpose of art is as a form of human expression,
right? And
not merely a facsimile of aesthetic.
Yeah.
And
I had a friend seriously try to argue, like, what about for smaller developers who can't afford to hire artists? My answer, then you shouldn't be in business.
You shouldn't be making a game if you can't hire artists.
You should not be running a company if you can't afford the cost of doing business.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can work with artists who are willing to work pro bono. Like, you have options, but fundamentally it comes down to whether it's artists, voice actors, whatever, it's not reasonable to make a product where you acknowledge that you on your own don't have all the skills necessary to complete the project. Like, maybe you're a programmer and emphatically not an artist, raises my own hand. And like, that's fine. And if you decide I don't have the money to hire an artist, that's fine too. You can try doing it yourself, or you can, find a way to not need art. And those are valid options if you want to sell what you're making. If you want to sell what you're making, it has to have been made by you and or people who were compensated according to their work. And so you can't have your cake and eat it too. If what you care about is I want to make this game, then sure, you can use artists who are willing to work for free. You can even use AI art, whatever, if you're not gonna sell it. You can do whatever you want if you're not looking to profit off of it. If you're looking to profit off of it and you're saying, well, I don't have the money to pay someone to do this for me, then you are trying to have it both ways.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to profit off it if you're not willing to pay people for the labor that it takes to produce it. So, because why should you get to profit if they're not getting to profit for doing work on your thing?
Here's a theoretical, that because I actually don't have a solid answer for this. Let's say you are a small business, or not even a small business, but like small game developer, and you were like, I want to make game, but I don't have the resources. What if you use AI to like make your demo or your whatever, so you have art and AI voices, whatever. Then you go to a publisher or something and go, here is the idea for the game. Here is what we have using AI. If you approve, that funding is going to replace all of this AI shit with actually made content.
Yep.
And
I feel like a proof of concept.
Yeah. That proof of concept are the words I would use to describe that. And for that, sure, do whatever the fuck you want. Although, to be honest, it's like, I think you're putting the cart before the horse if you're worried about, oh, well, I need AI art to make my proof of concept look good. Like, no, man, if it's a proof of concept, then
It shouldn't need to look good.
then you shouldn't need a level of quality that looks like real artists anyway. People have been making proof of concepts of game projects for years with shitty little art they doodled themselves.
Sure.
But no, yeah, I'm not arguing against it, but
absolutely.
yeah.
I would also say, like, if somebody like PewDiePie can spend an hour a day for 100 days and become a very good artist, you can do it. Like, demystify the art. I think the mystique of being an artist needs to be demystified. Like,
Well, I think a lot
it's
of
not like it's a skill more than it is a binary
Talent, yeah. I think, I mean, it's true for really any skilled craft that, like, almost anyone can learn almost anything. It is much less to do, I can't do X is an excuse that is used when what people really mean is I don't want to put in the time, effort, money, whatever to learn to do X at a level that satisfies me.
I don't want to go through sucking at something.
And I'll own up to the fact I don't want to really bother learning visual art. I already know so many people who can do art well.
Exactly.
Like, I just don't think it makes sense for me to invest the time in that, and I will live with the fact that I cannot do my own art for things like tabletop RPGs, and I've made peace with that, and so, you know, I'm gonna work on a project that's gonna be for serious. If I want for serious art for it, then I will pay people. Because that's what is fair if I'm not willing to take the time and effort to learn how to do it myself.
Sure. I feel like that's because you don't really have an ego attached to it.
Yeah.
Whereas somebody like Shad from Shadiversity is like, he wants to be seen.
Who the fuck is that?
This guy did like he would do like weapon. He would talk like weapon and medieval kind of stuff, like realistic armor. And one day his brother is an artist, and apparently one day he hopped on the bandwagon to be like, I'm an artist too. Look, I did this in AI. And it's like, you're not an artist if you use AI to make art. You're a prompter.
You're a prompter.
Yeah. And the prompter does not get credit for the work of the artist. So
You're an ideas guy.
You're an ideas guy.
You are an ideas guy who any business will tell you is worthless.
Yeah.
What
Anybody can be a fucking ideas guy.
Yeah, that doesn't mean shit. One thing people need to remember, because I think it's been lost, especially with AI art on the rise, is that art is a luxury item. It just is. Like, people, you know, turn their nose up and go, oh, why should I have to pay for art? It's just a drawing. Okay, then you do it, motherfucker. What? Okay.
Like, it's a luxury, but at the same time, it's like it's what you wake up in the morning for.
It's at the bottom there, Crab.
I see it, yeah.
It's what inspires you to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
Or like not kill you, or stay alive. Let's put it that way. Like, I can't die before this releases. I want to see it. Like, that's like my day-to-day motivation. Yeah, no, I have to.
Mood.
Nobody is convinced to live for their 9 to 5. They're convinced to live because this thing inspires them to.
Yeah.
At least.
I don't know.
If you can admit that it's like, you know what, this isn't for me, I'm okay with this not being a talent I have, that's fine. But if like you want to be an artist and you want to be recognized as an artist, okay, take your lumps. Take your lumps. Don't be like, I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna use AI and call myself an artist. No.
Yeah.
Have respect for the craft that you desperately want to be recognized for.
Would it be nice to be able to draw what is in my brain? Absolutely. Do I have the patience or honestly, like, endurance to learn art? I don't. So I pay talented people to do it.
Yeah.
You know? It's the same thing as like, could I learn how to fix my sink?
Yeah, I know what I do. Yeah, I gotta drop myself down.
Yeah,
You could.
yeah, I could absolutely learn how to like fix shit around my house. Do I want to? No, because I can pay someone to do that.
Yep.
You'd also have to deal with the bullshit of it if you
50
This big
nuts?
garbage.
Can I get 50
Arrows!
nuts?
Oh.
And arrows!
Woo! It's not 50 nuts, but we'll take it.
I admittedly don't know how AI works on like a technical level and what is used and required to make it. Don't explain it to me.
Okay.
Don't explain
I can give you like what's the word? I'm not gonna like get technical about it, but I can describe to you how it generally works. So
all I really care about is I'm agreeing with 90% of what's been said here and the general conversation. The main thing that I feel needs to have it needs to be a part of people's consciousness is how this image generation and just everything like this affects the environment.
Right.
Because that's the important shit.
it's like NFT, like crypto mining.
Yes.
Like a lot of
the environment,
like a lot of
in the
like
sense of power consumption.
Yeah, the
Yes.
computational power required to run this shit is causing like actively worsening the environment.
Regardless of your individual morality when it comes to artwork or creative endeavors and things like that, what about the shit that, you know, actually affects your existence? That's what I'm about.
I could give you a parable that would describe black box programming. It's actually kind of cool.
Okay.
It also kind of explains like the problems inherent with AI, especially when it comes to art, and why you see the problems you see.
Okay.
Say you are in a room with no windows, you can't see outside of the room. All you can see is that there is a little slot in front of you. Like, you have no idea where you are. You don't know if you're outside or inside. Like, you're in a box.
Yeah.
And what happens is a piece of paper gets slipped, and it is entirely in Spanish. You do not understand Spanish. You have never spoken Spanish a day in your life. But the next thing that comes through that box is a book of common Spanish terms and phrases. And using that, you can kind of like parse out what these words mean in Spanish. So you're like, okay, you know, you look through the book and you write down what you think is a response. Might be wrong, might be incorrect, but then you get another like piece of paper with a Spanish phrase. And over the course of this whole process, you get good at interpreting picking up a pattern, picking up common words and phrases. But the question is, do you understand Spanish?
You still don't understand Spanish. You understand your idea of what Spanish could be, but because you don't have any confirmative outside source telling you what is and isn't correct of your assumptions.
Well, that too, but you also don't interact with Spanish at all. Like, we know it's a language, but for you, it could be... You might know that this language is called Spanish, but you don't know what Spain is.
Yes.
You
have no
also
context for, okay.
You also may not understand what countries this language is spoken, or the culture that the people are like this language is used in. You may not understand alliteration or rhyming or how timing scheme works,
So
or metaphor. Yeah, you know what it says, but you do not understand the language. And that's the reason why you see issues with AI art, because it's like it knows what a human looks like, but it also it doesn't know why. It knows that this is what a finger looks like, but it doesn't know that humans are only supposed to have 5 of them. It understands what lighting is, but it doesn't understand how lighting and shadows like interact together. It doesn't understand the fundamentals. Like, it understands what you tell it, but that's it. It has no context and it cannot interact with the real world.
Yeah, okay, makes perfect sense.
Which is like, there was you go to chess. There was a point in time where I think it was either chess or Chinese checkers, or might have been another game. But the point is, like, they made a program that was so good at chess that it could beat the best chess player.
Yeah.
And it was very depressing until a bunch of bigwigs decided, okay, well, why don't we apply, like, the simplest strategy to this game and see how the AI takes it. And the AI lost like 9 out of 10 games because it understands, like, this is what a pro chess player does, but it doesn't understand the concept of this piece needs to be protected. Or, like...
okay, gotcha.
Which, if you translate that to the real world, it's like, yeah it might understand that this is, like... This would affect X number of humans, but it doesn't understand what a human is.
Yeah.
Like, that's dangerous because you're basically entrusting something that humans rely on to a program that does not understand what a human is.
Well, you're basically relying on whatever your machine learning algorithm is and your data set to cover all the cases that you care about, but at the end of the day, it's humans setting those things up, and humans have blind spots too. And so you can make a very simple oversight in, like, what data do you train an AI on? And not like for art specifically, but for pretty much any form of machine learning. There's tons of pitfalls you can encounter just because you expect something that's gonna be kind of, human, but an AI is not going to have what a human would consider common sense. And so if there's some oversight in the data you trained it on, you forgot a particular case, or you just never even considered something might be a possibility it would have to deal with, it's not going to necessarily improvise in that scenario the way a human would. It may do something that to a human looks completely illogical and obviously like, why would you ever think this was the correct response to being presented with this situation? But it's like, well, because of the idiosyncrasies of the data this was trained on, yeah, this is the result you get when you do this exact thing. And that can lead, that can give you your weird results in AI art just as easily as it can give you life-threatening problems if it's, biomedical software or whatever. And there's a big difference between the theory as presented in your data set and the practice that you're gonna encounter. And the more things you didn't take into account, the more blind spots and weird behavior you're gonna get in the AI.
It's also like humans have biases, which is why like a lot of AI art is trained off of characters who have like white pale skin.
Well, it's why AI art has that one style, quote unquote, that's like, anime realism. And it's just because, well, this is what it was trained on, and how do you get it out of that? Well, you can't unless you have a bunch of other data to train it on that's in different styles. But are you even going to produce a coherent art style if you start blending different ones in the data? Who knows? Probably someone does. That's not
any flaw that like any system that basically requires you to give it more data when the problem is the amount of data you have given it to begin with is not a good system.
Yeah. Is this the boss? Is this game's Morpha?
You should fundamentally understand how things work because that's step 1 to fixing them. And if you can't, then that is a useless system, or one that's more of a liability than an asset.
I think what's neat about it, the reason some people find it fascinating, is because the same phenomenon that I just presented as a weakness of like it doesn't have human common sense and so it can produce weird unexpected results when confronted with something that doesn't conform to the data it was trained on. That's also what can make AI a really interesting and actually useful tool, because it doesn't have human common sense, which means it's not restrained by it. It's not going to rule out possibilities that a human would rule out as being like, oh, well, that's ridiculous. I wouldn't even consider that, which can lead to really interesting, like, it was about 8 years ago that AlphaGo, the Google's AI for Go, which obviously that's my bag, that's up my alley. That was when basically the first Go AIs that could beat the top human players started to come into existence.
This is what I was trying to think about.
And so there's still controversy and disagreement over what role AI should have in the professional Go world. But what a point that pretty much everyone agrees on is that it has changed the game because it has shown possibilities that humans had discarded to actually be viable per its algorithm that's trying to judge how good is a board state for the player or whatever, just purely going off of data and playing out simulations. Wow,
That's
really
dumb
fast that because it doesn't think like a human and isn't restrained by what humans believe to be the total set of reasonable moves, it made moves that looked weird and unreasonable, and then after a lot of study, humans were like, actually no, you can play the game this way, and it's viable at a competitive level, and humans just haven't, because humans learn from other humans and tend to stick with things that they have been shown to work and don't have the computational power to necessarily try all these weird, far-fetched variants. So it's
I think this is the last boss before Big Midna, huh?
Mm-hmm. No, Big Midna's after the Mirror of Twilight, I believe.
Yeah, you don't see Big Midna till like the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but like the big moment with Midna,
Big
where
moment.
she goes through character development.
Yoink.
Yeah.
Don't resent me for all I've been put you through. I need this thing. Besides, we have to do something about Zant, the one who thinks he's the king of shadows. His power is also a false one. I'll prove it using these. Okay, bye. So
He uses AI art.
he uses AI art.
Zant absolutely uses AI art.
I've done everything I need to. I'm sorry for dragging you all over the place with me. Don't forget that $200 that won't fit in your wallet.
Oh no.
Woo! This was a great
So,
conversation
shall
to
we
play
go?
Tekken 2.
Anyway, that was by way of saying there are actually cool, interesting things you can do with AI because it can help you break out of the rigid mental framework that human experts in a particular field have developed, and look past ways in which you might have blinders on. Just like an AI might focus in and fuck up something illogically, humans can do that too. So there are uses for this technology. It's just sad that people are putting it to uses that are intentionally trying to be derivative of what humans have already done.
Yeah.
Which is like the least useful and interesting thing you can do with AI.
All right, chat. I think we should end the stream here.
Yeah, we did a lot of progress today.
You
We got a lot of
yugs to your
progress. We
last
have
mow.
We have Youngst, our last mow.
Did you? Oh, okay, you did save.
I did save.
I thought that said
after the temple, and I saved like 3 times since then. So.
All right.
Okay. Looking for the fan art to see if there's the fan art.
Looking for the fan art.
There
We've
is
got lots
one
of
fan art from Cookout's Trash Bin. Let me exit this first. Oh, You want to turn off
Oh,
your
a Jack
GameCube? Yes,
ate-
I would love to turn off my GameCube.
My GameCube.
My brand. In the year of my
brand.
god.
Here, I'll just post it in our chat so you all can see.
Well, I
I just
managed
looked
to
at
get
your
through that.
creature, Oz. Oh my gosh.
I managed
Yeah,
to get
you
through
can
that whole
maybe-
discussion. Barely ever cough it. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Hooray!
From Cookout Trash Bin. Wife. Anxiety music and nice to meet you. Bleh.
Bleh. Blah-la-la-la-la.
Wife.
Wife!
Wife.
Fucking tags on the armor.
Very cute.
Thank you for coming out, everybody. We will see you
Yeah.
next week.
We did say.
Toodaloo,
We
little
did save like
whoos.
3 times.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Toodles.
Good night, everybody.